Let's go.
Guess what, guys? We are here in Jensen, Philippines for our first month of ministry. We've been going strong for 4 weeks, and right now you are getting a picturesque view atop of the amazing Amigo Hotel. Not as amazing as I might make it sound, the hotel that is. But this is just simply an awesome, awesome view. We got the market here. We got the river over there. We got the volcanic mountains in the background. And right now it's about 8 in the morning, and it's hustling, it's bustling, and this is Jensen for you. We are kind of in the province or region of Mindanao, which is in the south. And before that, we were actually in Manila for 1 week. That's where we flew into. So I flew from Atlanta to LA, LA to Hong Kong, Hong Kong to Manila. Spent a week there doing ministry with Kids International Ministry. That's kind of our main contact. And had an awesome week there. That's where we did launch. We had both the Q and the R squad there. About 70, 80 of us there total, as far as both of the squads combined. And kind of just a great way for our teams to come back together, just get to worship, learn about the Lord, and then go out and do ministry. And so, man, it's been so awesome. And then one kind of cool, crazy, I don't even know how to describe it, also a little just really tugged on your heart, made you really distraught or daunted by what happened. But probably our 5th day in, we attempted to raise the dead. Yes, I said that, raise the dead. There was a dead lady, there was a funeral going on, and what they do is they actually put the casket out on the street with a tent over it, and basically the family's trying to raise money so they can bury their loved one. And so we were invited, and about 50 of us went to go lay our hands, speak life, and really believe that the Word is what it says it is. And so Jesus rose the dead. He said we could do the same things He did, and we had faith for it, and we went 2 hours strong, hard, and I honestly don't know what happened. It was gut-wrenching, to say the least, but learned a lot from it, and I'm definitely never going to stop. And as Todd White always says, he says, the Bible always trumps experience. So truth always trumps any past experience you have. The Word never fails, the Word never stops, and it always remains the same. So we keep going, we keep pursuing, we pursue the miracles so we can pursue the God of miracles. That's what we want people to meet, is the God of miracles. So that's why we want to see the supernatural happen. And I got to see some of that while I was here. We're here working with ICM Ministry, which is International Care Ministry, here in Jensen, or General Santos in the Philippines, the South Island of the Philippines. And so we spent about 3 weeks with them. Kind of the main things we've been doing, helping the organization is working and kind of getting ingrained with the people that work there. There's about 50, 55 people that work there, and what we would do is work alongside them. So we were helping along with building projects. One was building benches for a church. Another one was building kind of this shelter, this plant forest type shelter that would just like keep shade for plants and stuff so they could grow better. And another thing would just be kind of mowing the lawn with a machete, helping build kind of a cabin for when pastors come to visit. Also ended up painting an entire wall for a new pioneering church. And what else have we been doing there? Lots of just different things trying to get involved in it. They have kind of 3 main focuses for their organization, and their goal is to go to the poorest of the poor in each of these regions, because they say about 1/3 of the Philippines is under the poverty level, and so they're actually trying to reach even the poorest of those 1/3. And so here in the Philippines, that's who they're going after, and also really kind of girding and uplifting the local church. So they really want to feed into the local church, feed into the local infrastructure, and try to teach them basically how to fish, so to speak. And so that's what we kind of came here to do. And so they have three main things. One was preschool, and where they have like a feeding program. They have a kind of a 10-month program as well of learning for those kids, and also teaching the parents of the kids different health, livelihood, moral values, things like that. The other one would be a thing called Transform, and it's kind of similar, more for the adults. And then also they teach an aspect of farming, gardening. They'll give them seeds, they'll give them worms so they can learn how to cultivate fertilizer for their gardens. And then they also have another one called Uplift, which is similar but just a shorter term program. And so they go to these local pastors, they get them certified under their ministry so they can go out, they know them, their resources are going in the right place, and then the pastors are the ones that watch over their flock, and they raise them up, they teach them, and they kind of want to transform from the inside out. And it's really cool, very organized, and it's really neat to see what they've been doing through that. And so I've been very impressed by the ministry, and it's just been great getting to know their staff. They're a lot of them are like in their 20s and 30s, and so they're fun. Some of our days off, there was like a tuna festival. I think this is like the tuna capital of the world, so we saw these like gila barriles. It was like a fat lady competition, I'm not really sure, pretty crazy stuff. All these dances and parades going on, and it's just a crazy city. We even got to go to a port one day and see how they do the fish. They have these huge giant tunas that weigh like over 100 pounds, 200 pounds sometimes, that that's what they cut up, and then they can them and all this stuff. And then also just last night we got to go do some karaoke, and it's kind of great just getting to hang out with the locals here, and they always love you. They always love to just say, "Hi, sir," and kind of some of their funny phrases. It cracks me up. I don't know why they always do it, but if they don't know something and you ask them a question, they just say, I just don't know. That's one. Another one is if something kind of hurts their brain, and they say, "This is making my nose bleed." Kind of a weird phrase. And then the one I always get, don't ask me why, but are you single? So I think the parents are trying to pawn their kids off to me. Hasn't been working yet. I am consecrated for the next 11 months, so not allowed to be dating. Sorry, Filipinos, but what can I say? Maybe I'll be back afterwards. We'll see what happens. But so the people they're just so hospitable, so loving. Whenever you go to a house just to minister and pray for them and see how they're doing, they want to feed you and love on you. I've just never seen so many warm, compassionate people, and it's everywhere. It's really kind of awkward sometimes because you feel like a celebrity. Everyone's just staring at you, especially here because they don't see as many foreigners, white people, and stuff like that. And so it's really hilarious because you have people coming up to you all the time just asking your name and where you're from and are you single and just crazy stuff like that. So everyone just seems to love you because one reason, basketball, they are obsessed with basketball. Another reason is because America helped the Philippines gain their independence over Spain and then over Japan. So it was kind of like a history thing. And so they really respect that, and even though I had no part in it, I get to kind of reap the rewards in a way. And so the friendship has been amazing here, and just how they treat you, and some of the fun things they have. Jeepney rides, kind of crazy, kind of these small compact buses that were not made for Americans, to say the least. Or they also have these things called trikes, which are these like crazy motorbikes with like a roll cage on it where you can pack like 7 people into it, and that's how you kind of get around. That's kind of their taxi service here. So everything's a lot smaller, a lot more compact, but it's also fun.